Alright, we are back with some more Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Black, and I'm going to start the stream. I'm going to show something here, because I can't believe I didn't see it before, because I've been playing with the Ninja Gaiden 3 outfit, and I didn't notice it, so I'm going to show you something. So what I'm loading into now is the default version of it, not my modified version. It's just the default one. Okay. So, two things you should notice there about it straight away that I didn't even notice. I mean, I noticed the the groin. I noticed the vertexes there glitching out on each other. But look at the straps on his hips leading towards the middle. They're supposed to be identical. And yet the second one, the lower one, is completely screwed up. Do you see that? Like, look at... don't do that. Stupid camera doing that. Look at it on the... right by his hips there. Look at how it's, like, inflated like a balloon. I can't believe it took me, like, several days to notice that. It's really bad. And so I was looking at this model in Blender. And then I loaded up the actual Razor's Edge model in Blender. And they are different. Ryu's chest is wider, his head is larger, his hips are different, his hands are low poly, the gloves are not 3D modeled, the fingernails are not 3D modeled like they are on the OG Ninja Gaiden 3 model, and on the Sigma 2 default model. They have 3D fingernails and 3D gloves. This model doesn't have that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is not the Razor's Edge version, but it's the DOA 5 version, since people seem to have a much easier time putting DOA models into Ninja Gaiden than they do with the other ones. Otherwise, I figure somebody would have done it by now, right? And posted it. And there's a whole bunch of vertexes that are glitched out and not correctly attached. And I was really trying hard to fix it. Like, to get the Ninja Gaiden 3 model linked up to the bones of the Sigma 2, but they're so different. And I don't know what I'm doing in Blender, so I'm absolutely out of my depth and I can't do it. However, so now we have seen that this model is, believe it or not, as cool as it is, has problems. Not to mention the hands too. The fingers glitch out. Like when you look, his fingers are just like absolutely. The stupid bush is in the way. Like they're kind of glitched out around the his little finger is just inverted on itself. But anyway, I can't fix the hands, and I tried. I have no idea what I'm doing, and so I just gave up on it. However, if we quit out of this, and I do wish you could change the costume on the fly. I really do. I will now load the one that I've been working on. This is the one with the red kunai instead of the black one. I did package it as the black one as well. So, now we get him closer. Immediately, look at those straps on his hips. I fixed it! I actually fixed it. And his groin as well. It's not spiky anymore, look, you see? Everybody look at Ryu's groin. But I fixed it. I used the... I don't know what I'm doing in Blender, but I know what the sculpting thing is, and so I sculpted it so that it's not messed up. I pushed everything to the correct thing, so you can see that the outfit is actually normal. That's what it's supposed to look like. And I mean, obviously you can see all the extra details from the high-res textures that I've been working on as well. Like, I just can't believe I didn't notice how messed up the hips were. They were completely screwed up. And now they're not. It actually looks really good. And I'm pleased with it. Like, it's looking great. Have I got the filters on right now? No, I don't. Oh my gosh, put those filters on. Bam! Look at that. That's better. Now it pops. Although I know it's intense, but yeah. Yeah. So I really hope that I can convince the guy that, you know, did some stuff with this model originally that to let me release this, because I've done textures and I fixed it. I didn't completely fix it. I wish I could fix the hands. I wish I could make the eyes shiny. I have been trying. In Blender, you can change the metallic nature of a mesh and a texture. You can change the materials. You can change the roughness. Doing stuff with the materials didn't seem to make anything better. And when I changed the roughness, it made everything look like it was chrome. And so I thought, oh, that's got to do it. That's got to make it shiny. Then I went into the game. Nothing changed. And what baffles me is the guy said to me, the model's specular shininess is not based on texture. And I was confused by that, because usually the shininess is based on an alpha channel that allows the shininess to show through, and you know, modify it so that it's not letting through too much, so that Ryu doesn't just look shiny all over him. It looks ridiculous. And the alpha channel texture, that's a separate texture, is just pure white. And when I looked at the other models, like the DOA 6 skin, the alpha channel has black areas all over it to mask off where the shiny parts wouldn't be so shiny. But this one doesn't have that. It's all white. So the shine is controlled somewhere else. I have no idea. I have no idea. I can't figure it out. And the guy hasn't been online, so I haven't been able to talk to him. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been working on the textures some more. I fixed a bunch of stuff that I screwed up. And I fixed the model where he actually looks, his hips aren't screwed up anymore. I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, ramble over now. We're going to enjoy some of this. I think what I'll do is I'll go down there and fight some of the guys down there. We won't finish this chapter. I'm just here to have some fun. I'll go and do the chapter where you go down into the thing in the underworld and you fight Alexei at the end. Because there's a ton of ninjas that you can fight in that channel, so, you know. Zipman X, does anyone know if this stage is going to be night again in the finished version of the Sigma 2 Black mod? Possibly. There is an option in the cheat table for this version that switches it to nighttime. I just couldn't, I did it wrong. You can do it. I don't know if it works. Hang on, let me try it. I don't know if you have to reload into it. I'm going to try it again. Hang on. Okay. So if I go into this, it should be nighttime. I read the cheat table. It says you check the box, and then it says you change the value. 0 is on, 1 is off, and it's set to 0. So, in theory, it should be nighttime. And if that fails, I will set the value to 1, and then restart it again and see if that does it. Also, anybody watching, let me know how everything sounds and looks. Make sure it's good. Make sure everybody can hear me properly and all that good stuff. Alright. And it's still daytime. It's like, why does it not work? Let me change it. Okay. We'll quit out. Let me just double check that. Okay. Tim Prim says audio is good, so does Little Sky. Okay, good. Just double checking. It's loading the... And it's still daytime. I did enable the option. I did enable it. But for some reason it's not working. But the fact that it's in the old version of the cheat table means that it's obviously on his mind, so it must... Who knows? I don't know. I don't mind it. I like the daytime because when you revisit this place later in the game, it's then it's nighttime, so... I'd like some stages to be bright. There's a lot of dull, dark things in these Ninja Gaiden games, and it's nice to have some daytime. Excuse me, fellas. It's time to get the dual swords out. Oh, excuse me, sir. Dio says, "Yo, Dan." Hey, how's it going, Dio? Yeah, it's really starting to come together now that, now that I realized that there was something wrong with the model. Now I've fixed it. I don't usually do things, you know what I mean? Yeah, sure, I do gameplay videos, but I don't, you know, when do I put stuff out there for other people to use? Never. I'm not good at any of that stuff, so I can't really do it. I can't make a mod like Ninja Gaiden Super 2 Black or... you know, do some UI mod that changes everything. It's nice to be able to do something. I just hope that I can, you know, put it out there. Do you know what I'm gonna... Let's go up here, gentlemen. We need to stagger your approach when we take you down. I might actually tweak that just a little bit. I had a different effects thing going, but for some reason, one of the effects, it just kept giving me an error after a while, and then it wouldn't work anymore. It was a different plugin that I added to the NVIDIA thing called Levels, and it let me change the brightness and contrast differently to this one. But let's just pull down the shadows just a little bit. No, in fact, leave the shadows up. Pull the contrast down. Pause it. I just want to make it so it's not quite as dark. Excuse me. Yeah, that'll do. And just because I know nobody else will notice, but the thing that I fixed on Ryu's hips, the strap that was incorrect, I also did it to the blur model. The blur model is when he does this, and you see that purple. What do you call it? I don't even know what the word for that is, but when he leaves the purple trail behind him, that's a separate model that's overlaid on top that's only visible when he does that stuff. And that one had the same problem, and I fixed it on there too. I did it separately though, so they're not identical, but who cares? You're never gonna see them. Yeah, that's better. Like, it's still dark, but you can see a little better. Like, it's just nice to look at that. The straps, they match. They're not broken anymore. It's amazing. I'm dead. That's that. I'm getting distracted. Edgemaster says, so you modded the Ninja Gaiden 3 outfit in. No, I didn't do it. I didn't mod it in. Somebody else modded it in. Then somebody else made it shinier. Then I got that one from them. Then I noticed a bunch of stuff that was wrong with it. So I kind of fixed it. I'm not a 3D modeler. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I fixed it somewhat. And I made HD textures for it so that he looks, you know, really good. Like, they're looking really good. Oh, I also made the scarf shiny. I made it subtle, though. I didn't make it over the top. Because the scarf has a specular texture, too. And I noticed it was just pure black. So the scarf was not shiny at all. And if the scarf is the same material as his hat, it's going to be a little bit shiny. So I figured I'd make it match the hat. So I just made it gray, slightly gray. As you can see, there's a little bit of shine on it, but it's not too much. As you can see there. I think it's looking really good, though. And I noticed that the stream does not accurately show all of the little details, like the graininess of the textures. But, yeah, it is what it is. But again, like, if the guy didn't want you... if he didn't say, oh, only for personal use, don't release it, I would have already posted this. And if not now, I would have after the fun run. I kind of like that. Part of me likes the idea of doing the fun run and then announcing in the fun run, by the way, guys, check the description. Now you can have it too. And then, you know. But I need to talk to the guy, and I just haven't been able to yet. The one time I was talking to him, I was like about to leave, and so I couldn't talk to him, and then I haven't seen him since. Although I think he... No, that was somebody else. No, I just need to wait for the guy to come back. You gotta do it. There you go. Let's go back up top. Excuse me. Come on, guys, there's some really cool red pillars up here. You gotta come see them. Just got them painted. Excuse me, sir. Can I interest you in a toss-up? How's Enma's Fang with these mods? I only know what it's like in regular Sigma 2, says Sturgios. So... I don't know the extent of it, because I never used Enma's Fang, because I didn't play Sigma 2 much. Like, when I did, I never used it. Because it felt really underpowered. It's a lot more powerful now, because the damage in general has been fixed, but I tested a newer version of the Sigma 2 Black mod, and you couldn't do the Flying Swallow with it. But you can in this one, which is why one of the reasons I like this one. It's gonna crash! It's gonna crash the game! Let me bring it back up. Okay. Let's try that again. We'll load up the chapter I'm actually going to play now. So I'm thinking we do this one. So yeah, Enma's Fang... I don't think there's anything else really to say. The moves feel the same, but they're doing more damage and they're just better because obviously the damage has been fixed to be more like 2. And you can do the Flying Swallow with it, which you cannot do in vanilla Sigma 2, and you can't seem to do it in a newer version of Sigma 2 Black that I was given. So I don't... This is why I'm still using this one. Please don't crash this time. Okay, good. Alright. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. So, let's see if it crashes the game again. Okay, it didn't. Excellent. And Miss Fang. Obviously, I have a mod that makes it look like the Buster Sword. That's pretty cool. Ryu with the friggin' Buster Sword. Look at that. It's so cool. Are my effects turned off again? I don't think so. We're gonna check it. No, they're on. Okay, good. It looks a little washed out, but hopefully it looks fine when we go inside. Yeah, I had the effects dialed in real nice with the other thing, and now it doesn't work properly. But what are you gonna do? So yeah, like it's like with the vanilla Sigma 2, you cannot do the flying swallow. Watch this. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? You can do the flying swallow with this freaking behemoth of a blade. It's just so cool. I love it. Doing a flying swallow with a frickin' big-ass Buster Sword, man. Ah. And I can't get over the fact that I fixed the outfit. I've been... You know when you're working on something for a while, and then you're like, wow, this is actually... It's working! Ah, it's actually working. We're gonna go in here and fight a bunch of guys. In fact, oh, that's right! Get the dual swords out. We're gonna have some frickin' fun in here. Watch these guys, they keep hitting me and they keep interrupting my combo. Somebody in the chat earlier, and feel free to comment again if you are the one I'm about to quote, although I won't quote, I'll paraphrase because I can't remember exactly what you said. But somebody said, oh, how do I get rid of the stupid bow on Ryu's back? Search for it on Nexus mods. I believe there is a mod that removes the bow from Ryu's back. As long as you get the mod loader, the mod loader that replaces the exe for the game and puts a DLL file in there, you make a folder called mods, and then when you put mods in there, you know, it'll inject them all. And there should be one that removes the bow from the back, because, as you can see, there's no bow on his back, and I've had it for a long time. However, I might have had it, I got it before the mod loader existed, so I'm pretty sure mine is baked into my data bin file. So, and even if it wasn't, I wouldn't remember which number it is, so I can't give it to you. But I'm certain it's on Nexus mods, because where the heck did I get it? Did somebody give it to me? Like, I don't even remember. But if it's not there, if you can't find it, I will look into it. Because I have it, and if I can remember, if whoever gave it to me, they might know. All I know is that it exists, and you know, I have it, and so I would give it to you right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the file is because I put it in the data bin. So you know, and there's like 7,000 files in there, and most of them don't have names. I wish the mod loader was out at that time, because I would just have it in my mods folder and I could narrow it down a bit. I mean, heck, I wish I could put the freaking windmill shuriken in here. I installed the mods for it, so it's back. I just don't have the code to put it in my inventory. Because on the page for it, it says you have to edit the save file. But I want to play on Chapter Challenge. I don't want to play story. And so I need Cheat Engine to inject it into his inventory and, heck, just replace this thing. And I don't know what the code is. And I did ask, but I didn't get a response on that, so... We're about to fight a bunch of... Yeah, these guys. Gosh, I just want to do one Izuna drop, and I can't. I guess these guys are getting new wind blades! Watch out! No, they got me. There was more. By the way, I like to mention this sometimes. Everybody make sure that they're up to date, like the stream is live and that it's not like, you know, a few minutes behind. Make sure that it's as live as it can be. That way, if you do ask me something, it'll be up to date and not based on something from a while ago. I wouldn't want you to be waiting for a response that, like, why he must have seen it by now. Oh my gosh, these guys. Ugh. Isn't that amazing? I just love that. No! We're almost dead from that! We are dead! What happened? No, I don't want to use the wind blades on those guys. I want to fight them. I want to throw the windmill shuriken at them. I used to love this hallway for the windmill shuriken. By the way, I'm noticing there's no depth of field effect. It's like not working. And I hope you can see it on stream now. Look at the kunai on his thighs. Look at the texturing that I did there. I love how that turned out with those red strips going horizontal like that. Really nice detail. It just looks so good. Like I said, I did two versions, one red and one black. I couldn't get Ryu's eyes to be shiny, so I did actually just put a white dot in the middle of the texture. Not that you can really see. I don't know if you... Come on. I don't even know if you can see it, because he won't look at the camera. You look at the freaking camera. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. Look at that. You see the white dot? You can see the white dot in his eyes. At least I hope you can. But yeah, oh gosh, I'm just so pleased with how it's coming along. Like he's looking so cool now. I didn't expect to be fixing the model either, because I'm sitting there doing it and I'm thinking, I am not the guy for this. I don't know how to use Blender. Like I don't know how to 3D model or port one model from one game to another. I don't know how to do any of that. But here we are. I did it. For some reason, I did it. Wow, he rolled out of the way of that, too. Come here, puppy! Watch out! Do it! We're gonna die otherwise, and I don't want to use the wind blades. These guys would be dead already if I use the wind blades. No! I didn't want to absorb the blue. I wanted to kill them and then absorb it. There we go. Ah. Why don't you guys join each other? Come on, why don't you stand next to your friend? Ryu just absolutely decimates is not the right word. Decimates means to remove like 10%. He destroys these guys. Like Momiji, you have to do a whole thing, you know? There was like, I remember when I did the videos like over a decade ago, Momiji has a certain tactic that takes quite a while to kill them, but it works. And Ryu can just use the Rise to Heaven with the dual swords and they can't take it. Gosh, he's looking so freaking cool now, man. But yeah, I'm convinced that this is the DOA 5 model. I don't think this is the Razor's Edge model. They're quite different when you put them next to each other in Blender. And it sucks. I really wanted to. I sat there for a while with both the Sigma 2 model and the Razor's Edge model loaded in on top of each other. And I was looking at the bones. They're called armature. The Sigma 2 has 106 bones. The Razor's Edge one has 180 something. And they don't have the same names. They have similar names, but they're not the same. And I'm sitting there thinking, could I get away with just renaming the bones and deleting the other ones? And I noticed there are extra textures with this model that are not used. And I tried deleting them and repacking it, crashes the game every time. So there has to be 26 textures. I could be wrong about that number. It might be 32, but there actually has to be a certain number of textures in the package or it crashes the game. And there's so many weird things to have to, like, dance around, and I don't understand it. I just don't get it. But at the very least, I can make nice-looking HD textures. And one of my favorite things is that it makes the mask look smooth instead of the, you know, grid texture that they were using. Because I don't have a problem with the grid texture fabric. It's just because they need you to be able to see it, it has to be really big. And it would never be that large in real life. It would be way more detailed than that. And so I just never liked how it looked, and so I went for a fine grain, and so it gives the mask, the headgear, and the scarf a nice kind of smooth look. You know, gives me vibes of the original Ninja Gaiden 2, and so I think it was freaking awesome. We might not be able to throw the windmill shuriken at these guys. Khalil Rawls says, look at the veins on his arms. Yeah, that's right. The arms, too. I actually redid those. I took this texture from Razor's Edge and put it on there. Warped it so that it would fit the model, because it was a little bit different, the shape of the texture. And, you know, then modified the normal maps to kind of deal with the veins and stuff. So, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not. I was going to do the Scythe, wasn't I? Yeah. And so his arms look way better now. Let's use the Buster Sword for a little bit. Watch out, fellas. And that's the Razor's Edge model of the Scythe. Sweet. Yeah, it is, yeah. Somebody put it on Nexus mods, and then I did my own textures for it. Because it was using the wrong normal map, so it had random shadows all over it that didn't belong to it. It's not complete, though. There's an extra model in the game that defines the UT glow and the blood on it. And so when you charge a UT, if you can see, look, the shape of the Scythe is wrong. It's using the Ninja Gaiden 2 Scythe. And I don't know what file has that model in it. Because it's not the same, and like I said, there's over 7,000 files in there, and I don't know what it is. So I might be able to fix the textures for this and make it look freaking awesome, but it's incomplete without the... It looks even worse when there's blood on it, because it just looks like it's got a bunch of stuff sticking out of it that doesn't make sense. Really bizarre that they went with that. I had another thought, too, about adding some extra details to his outfit, like scuffs and scratches or like bits of blood, but unfortunately, you know, so it looks used. I wouldn't go overboard with it, but, you know, so that it looks like it's weathered. But it's a symmetrical thing, you only have half of the outfit on the texture, and it mirrors the rest of it. And so any specific scratches or things on it, they'd be symmetrical, and it would just look weird. It wouldn't look right, so... yeah, I quickly scrapped that idea. Really, what I want to do, I need to talk to the guy who gave me the model and ask him, I modified this, I fixed it, I'll give it to you, but you gotta let me post it. If he says no, he says no, and then we're kind of just screwed. But then I'll also ask him, how did you make it shinier? How did you do that? Because the alpha channel's pure white, so that's not what's doing it. Not the alpha texture, or the specular texture. And so, I need to figure out what is actually causing it. I don't know if it's the normal map doing it. I looked at the material properties in Blender for it. I was able to change them, but I wasn't able to increase how shiny it was. I wanted to make it ridiculously shiny so that I could then edit that pure white texture to have the various coverings over it to dictate what is shiny and what is not. And then I would make the metal parts, like the headgear and the silver parts on his arm guards, shinier than the suit. And then it would be done. It would be complete. But, I just can't do it yet. I've been digging around in Blender for ages. I can't make heads or tails of it. Here come the guys. Why don't we use something else, and then I can get myself beaten by these guys. No, don't let him do that. Listen to him chitter-chattering over there, some nasty chitter-chatter! Bam! Gosh, the staff is really cool, isn't it? Exciting Pie says, yo, Dan, I'd love to stay in chat, but I gotta go to my grandpa's 98th birthday. We're Mexican, so every birthday is a big celebration. Oh, we have a great day. I hope you have a great day. Hope your grandfather has a great day. Gosh. If my grandfather was still alive, he'd be, he was 91 when he passed away. He had Parkinson's, and so that, that sucked. But he'd be 98! He'd be 98! That was 7 years ago. 2016. Was that, my math right there? I'm bad at math. Yeah. No, it's 8 years ago. He'd be 99! I think? I don't know. Yeah. Gosh. No! Oh, you don't! I see that my health is low. Come here. No, Ryu! The camera's not even looking at the guy that we can't see. I wanted you to throw the shuriken at the frickin' prick behind you. Because he threw the shuriken off camera at some guy I didn't know was there, we died. Because that guy hit me in the back. When I wanted to throw the shuriken at him. Gosh, that makes me mad. That actually makes me mad because I thought I was going to get away with not healing there. Because I like to do that. Aspen says, any chance you can make a tutorial on running mods for this game? For some reason, when I select Master Ninja+++, it won't load that difficulty, and my mod loader won't load my mods. Do you have the NM mod that restores the gore and the blood stuff, whatever? And I'm pretty sure that in order to use this stuff, you need to have the patched or modified exe file for the game. If that doesn't ring a bell, then that's probably why they're not working. Because you need the patched exe for it to work. And I thought the patched, I can't remember where you get, I thought the patched exe came with the NM mod, but I also think that there was one with because the version of the Sigma 2 Black mod that I had originally was a modified data bin file. And I think it came with other stuff, but I'm not really the guy to do the tutorial. I half set this up 2 years ago and did a bunch of it now. All I can recommend is going to the page for the mod loader and checking to see if you have all the stuff, you know, like the modified exe and stuff, because it probably comes with all that stuff to make it work. In fact, I'm pretty sure it did. When I installed the NM mod, I know it put some plugins, DLL files, in the executable folder. Bring back the flail, says Dark Slayer 0. Alright, let's do the flail. The flail is amazing in this. And you kind of... It acts like you would expect it to. If you were swinging around a nunchuck thing with a blade on it, with Ryu's kind of power, you'd think it would just be freaking slicing things everywhere. Like, you just... Like the dual swords, you just wouldn't want to get close to him when he's doing all that. God, it's so good, isn't it? The flail! They're amazing! Where's this guy throwing the shurikens? Where is he? He's like running around, he's circling around! Get out of my way! Come here, you're getting it! Yeah! Oh, it might not be as fast as the dual swords in terms of getting rid of groups of enemies, but they're so cool. Edgemaster says, yo Dan, which Ninja Gaiden game do you consider the hardest and most annoying on the hardest difficulty? I have a hard time deciding which is the hardest. I always change my opinion on it. I just never, I guess I'm the same, except I just never really had a solid opinion on it. I'm sure people have asked me that question before, and I'm sure I've answered it before. But I've always been indecisive when I've answered. I personally find Ninja Gaiden 1 the hardest, because it's very unforgiving at times if you don't know how to telegraph everything. But if you do, it's more calm than this, so you can control it, if that makes sense. If you know what you're doing, you can control the game. Especially if you watch JTB speedrun stuff on it. Like, you can do very well. But Ninja Gaiden 2 is hard because it's just chaos. And there's not really a way to control it. Half of it is just hope for the best. And then Razor's Edge is just difficult. I remember I literally smashed one of my controllers because of the Ultimate Ninja Tests of Valor in Razor's Edge. I hated them so much because everything's just kind of doesn't feel right in Razor's Edge. The way the enemies sponge damage and dodge and block everything, auto-dodging specific attacks, this going for grabs all the time because they want you to use the steel-on bone.
It sucks. I didn't hate Razor's Edge when I got it, but that's because it's like they gave us 3, and so we didn't like that. Except the Ultimate Ninja missions, they were fun. And then Razor's Edge came out, it's like, don't worry, we fixed it. And you're like, that's better. But, you know, better than the thing that sucked. Not better than Ninja Gaiden 2. Better than Sigma 2. I'd rather play Razor's Edge than vanilla Sigma 2, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like Sigma 2. Because Sigma 2 took the best game and took a dump on it. And, yeah. Razor's Edge is on Ultimate Ninja. Yeah. Right now, I'm gonna say Razor's Edge on Ultimate Ninja. Because it's stupid. It's just stupid. It's difficult for the wrong reasons. Like when they throw the stupid alchemists at you and they like to dodge everything and you have to spam the same thing on them just to get them to... You drop them. I don't know. I guess I don't... Razor's Edge can be the hardest, but then Ninja Gaiden 2 can be hard because of how chaos it is. I'm gonna say Razor's Edge on Ultimate Ninja because it's just dumb. Oh, there's no fish in here! Oh my gosh, it's... I think this looks like a job for the wind blades! I can't believe you replaced them with these freaking jokers. Ryu, where are you going? He's right there. Again, I just love how... it's so cool. It's so cool. Oh. Oh, there's more! Freaking magicians in a box! And for our next trick, we're gonna appear! These ones are kind of relaxed. I want to use getting dropped. Would you like to get dropped, sir? Come on. No, he's not gonna get dropped. Oh, is he gonna get dropped? Yeah, he is! Ugh. Eat it, fellas. Eat it. Thanks for popping out of the box. Mighty Space Pirate says, what kind of ninjas were those called again? What, the sorcerer ones? I'm sure somebody in the chat is knowledgeable enough to know what they're called. Or just look them up. Search Sorcerer Ninjas, Ninja Gaiden. Go to the Ninja Gaiden wiki and look it up. See what they're called, and then tell everybody in the chat. I want to know what they're called. Are we about to fight more guys? I think we might be about to fight more guys. Khalil Rawls says they're called Nippo Ninjas or Mages. Ah, yes. Well, that makes sense. And these are the Fiend Ninjas. Because they're the ones that like to... They try to blow up their arms when they come at you. At least the... I think the regular ones with the swords and the Spider-Verse... You know, the ones with the claws. I'm pretty sure they do it too. Here we go. This is the annoying part. Let's get the scythe out and spam the graveyard spin. I don't have the voices turned off, so he's gonna do that a lot. There's no guy in there. I wonder if this is all empty. Speed things up. Hey! Who knows if he changed it in the later version, but it's not there. They're not in there now, so I'll take it. Get through this section quicker. Although I hope there are some guys to fight. I want to fight some, not all. Yeah! There's I see. Just put all the guys in one thing. That's how you do it. Let's do Khalil's combo that he always talks about that I always forget. So what was it? Let me see here. Yeah, that one. He didn't like it. Although he didn't get the full... He was already weak. Who we got in here? You got a big boy? We got nobody. Okay, cool. What does this guy have for me? Did you hear that noise then? That like... Yeah. It's like a... when it hits the wall. I'm always used to it making the clink noise or whatever it does when you hit a wall. It's not... I like that attention to detail, actually. Yeah, I just need to get the freaking sound mod, too. Like, I want to be able to put the newer sound effects for when he puts the swords away, for when he jumps. I like the sounds in Razor's Edge and Ninja Gaiden 3 when he jumps and flips and the jump noise. I like the new sword swings. I'll try to put those in. And I obviously want to put his Ninja Gaiden 1 angry grunts in there and mute the rest of them so that he makes less noise like he does in Ninja Gaiden 1. More for nostalgia for anything else, because I just, you know, I liked his angry grunts in Ninja Gaiden 1. They were cool. That's annoying, though. When they drop out of that thing, they're, like, invincible for a few seconds, and so when they're popping out, I can't just, like, spin and catch them all in it. I'm gonna die here is what's gonna happen. I called it. I called it. I said it first. Guess we get to fight him again, so there's that. Young Trey says, unpopular opinion, Razor's Edge had the best combat and combos, but damage system ruined it. That's not untrue, what you're saying. Some of the combos that they changed from Ninja Gaiden 2 annoyed me a bit. Like, there were some moves that I was expecting, and then he did something else, and I was like, oh, you got rid of the thing! But even back in the day, I used to rave on about how great the combos were. They took Ninja Gaiden 2's combo system and they expanded it even more, and they had all the extra on-landing stuff so that you could chain together even more combos. They made Ryu's spin moves faster. Like, they did some amazing stuff with the combo system in that game, and then they killed it with spongy Sigma 2 style enemies, auto-dodging, and a whole bunch of stupid things that, like, oh my gosh. They ruined it. I want to take all the extra stuff that they put in Razor's Edge and put it in this. I want to frickin' push forward Y and do an underworld drop with the dragon sword. I want to do that. That's awesome. All the extra little things that you could do. And you could do that one drop with the thing where you do the with the dragon sword. You could do the upsweep, and then he would just he would do the Kusari... No, he would do the Tonfa grab. You remember, the Tonfa has a drop in this game where you, like, he grabs them and, like, does a jump, flip, spin, and then drops them into the floor. You could do that with the Dragon Sword in Razor's Edge. They added stuff, and it was actually genuinely good. And, of course, you know, Razor's Edge, Ninja Gaiden 3 has this freaking amazing outfit that just... It was a great design. I feel like they took a step backwards with DOA 6. Like, his outfit in DOA 6 looks cool, but the headgear looks like a seashell. It looks bad. This headgear looks so cool. When it first came out, I didn't like it. I even remember I, like, posted it and said, oh, it looks better in Ninja Gaiden 2. And that's just because I was stupid and I was used to it. And the new one was different, and I didn't like that. But when I got used to it, I realized this one is just so cool. I love the shape of it. It's just awesome. It's got a nice profile to it as well. I was curious as well. I didn't do it, but... And I want to preface this as well. I am not the one who came up with the idea to wrap these kunai in red. Somebody else did that. When I saw that, I was like, hey, that's a good idea. And so I did it to my one, you know, with the HD textures. And I didn't do it the same as them. I did it differently, because I didn't want to copy them. So I changed it, and then I also did it in black, because the default Razor's Edge ones are in black. But that had me thinking, that's obviously based off the Ninja Gaiden 1 thing, because they're wrapped in red in Ninja Gaiden 1. And you know what else is different in Ninja Gaiden 1? Ryu has yellow bracelets on his arm guards. And I was thinking maybe I should change the bracelet section of his arm guards there to be gold. So it's like Ninja Gaiden 1. I didn't do it though, because I could not decide. I could not decide whether or not it was going to look good or not. But it was an idea that I had. Sort of, you know, the smooth mask and fabric that looks like Ninja Gaiden 2, as well as the suit being shiny, darker and shinier. I made the suit a little bit darker, like Ninja Gaiden 2. And then the red kunai and the gold bracelets like Ninja Gaiden 1, and then the suit from 3. Like, you mix all them together. That'd be kind of cool. Mackie Key says... I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Are there any elements in the Sigma games that you think are better than the originals? Gosh, I wish I could remember. The answer is yes. They added some things that I think, you know, when they did that, I was like, that was neat. The only one I can remember off the top of my head is the way they changed the bow. So now you're using the triggers, and you can aim the bow around, and you can, you know, shoot and walk instead of... But they got rid of the UT charge with the bow, which is a shame. So they added one feature and then removed another. They also removed the windmill shuriken, and I don't know why. I'm sure somebody in the chat knows. I'm sure they said why they did it, and they probably said it was too powerful or something, and I just think that's dumb. Why would you remove a fun factor from a game? The windmill shuriken was awesome. I don't know why it's not here. Another thing that's dumb, this stupid cannon. It's slow, it's garbage, I don't want it. You only need it for like one fight against the water dragon. I can't remember what else you use it for. And that was another dumb thing, forcing you to stay on the platform for the water dragon fight. And it's great that in Sigma 2 Black mod, you can just fight him like you do in 2. You can run on the water and just fight the dragon, because now that I know how to do it, that fight is so fun. I love fighting the water dragon. Gosh, these guys are nuts, man. Explosions everywhere. I can't even get a hit in sometimes. No, you don't. What's sad is that when I did the flying swallow to those two guys, I wanted to get the one on the floor so that he would die, and he would not do that. But Ryu went for the other guy instead because they were too close to each other. Oh, that's right, yeah. Darkslayer Zero said, Sigma 2 did remove or fix a lot of annoying stuff, like the giant worm thing and the entirety of the jungle chapter. That's right, they did modify some of that stuff, which was a little bit of quality of life changes. That worm fight... Although, to be fair, once I got good at the worm fight, but they entirely removed it from Sigma 2. You just jump down the thing and you're just straight out of there, I think. I'll tell you what else I liked. The dragon, just before it starts to rain blood or whatever, and you go into the thing, the waterfalls, you fight these two gold dragon things, and they're the stupid pterodactyl things just scaled up. What a lazy boss. It's like they couldn't think of what to put there, so they just took a regular enemy and then scaled it up, made it gold, and then put two of them. Really stupid fight. And then you fight another one later. But in Sigma 2, you fight this really cool dragon. And it was actually a cool fight. I can do without the statues. This fighting the Statue of Liberty or whatever, and the other one in Chapter 1. I know some people like those. I don't. I could care less. I was good at them. Actually, no, I wasn't. I was good at fighting the one in Chapter 1. Not good at the Statue of Liberty. I always sucked at that fight when it used to electrify the floor. So that one just annoyed me. And I hope that... I have never done that chapter in Sigma 2 Black, actually. I know that I'm playing an old version of the mod, but I wonder what he replaced that with. Just like he put Genshin and Elizabeth at the end in Master and Ultimate Ninja. I wonder what boss is there instead. Oh, that's right. Oh no, you used the bow against the Statue of Liberty, not the stupid cannon. Darkslayer Zero says he put 3 Giga Deaths. Don't mock me. Tell me the truth. Okay, good. He's just joking. Yeah, you better be. I feel like 3 Giga Deaths would just crash the game. It would crash the game so hard, my PC would explode and possibly kill me in the process. Not possibly. It would probably do it several times. I would die several times. Can't do anything else but rise to heaven. I'm gonna die anyway. Get that frickin' blue. Might have to just do the wind blades. See, look at that. When in doubt, use the wind blades. Zipman X says the water running in Sigma 1 was a good change, where you just walk out like normal and instead of tapping A. Yeah, that's right. I do prefer the way it is in Ninja Gaiden 2, though, where you tap A slower and Ryu runs on the water like he did in Sigma 1. You notice in Sigma 1 it feels a little slow and clunky, but from the original, when you tap it really fast and he's like running on it, like, yeah, it was... Arguably he's not going to run on water, but it's more realistic when you think he's trying to not displace the water fast enough to run across it like a ninja, right? Whereas the one in Ninja Gaiden 2 is Ryu basically having the most powerful thigh muscles ever. That he is. If you, I've been in a swimming pool before, and I've tried to not run on the water, but propel myself on the surface of the water with my legs. You can do it for like 2 steps as you start to sink. But I guess if you had the strongest legs ever to exist, you might be able to consistently do that to run on the water. And you'd technically just be sinking a little bit and pushing yourself back up with your feet or your legs. So yeah, you'd need insanely powerful Super Saiyan legs to do that. And I guess Ryu has some freaking Super Saiyan legs. But yeah, that was a nice change in Sigma 1 over the original Sigma. I like the quick menu in Sigma 1 too, that's nice. Although it doesn't pause the game like Ninja Gaiden 2 does. And I went from Ninja Gaiden 1 to Ninja Gaiden 2, then I played Sigma, then I played Ninja Gaiden Black. So I went from 2 to the quick menu pausing the game to Sigma, where it doesn't pause the game, nor does it let you change weapons. And so it felt like it was an inferior version of what I already experienced in a better way. So I didn't get to appreciate it as much. If you came straight off of Ninja Gaiden 1, though, it'd probably be appreciated. And of course, Razor's Edge fixed Ninja Gaiden 3 for the most part. I just think that the Ultimate Ninja missions were more fun in the original Ninja Gaiden 3. I genuinely had fun with those. Because they were a lot harder. There was really something about that difficulty that made it fun. Nice Gary says, "Hey Dan, I'm still catching up on your streams. I'm up to number 2. Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's why I leave them up there. It's just something for you to watch. You don't even have to catch up on them, like, just watch them whenever you want. It's just me screwing around, having some fun. I mean, technically there's a sequence to them. Right now you're watching the newest one, and I might say a bunch of stuff that I've already resolved, and when you watch the older ones, you'll be like, huh, he's talking about that. Like, he's talking about it like it's still broken. You're getting dropped on your face, sir. You're getting dropped. I want to throw him on the wall. Oh, he doesn't hit the wall. No, but we pulled his head off. Okay. One of these is going to have a spider guy in it. I know it is. It's got it. It's got to be this one. Look at the size of it. I know that everything's been changed, so it could have nothing in it. But... yeah, there it is. Is there... oh, it also has some guys in there. Excuse me, fellas. We got to get the Razor's Edge Scythe out. Apparently do that. Didn't do much. First thing I would do is mute this grunt. I don't need to hear him making that same noise over and over. See what I mean? This model has the wrong blood texture on it. Look, see? He'll put it away. Well, he can put it on his back. Oh no, because he shakes it off. But yeah, so there's another model that changes that. Nice Gary says, is this the latest version of the mod? Is this the latest version of the mod out now? I don't know if it's out now. I checked Nexus Mods, it's not on there. There's no updates. I don't think he's finished with it yet. I thought he was, but I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask him. But no, this is the old version. I have a newer version of it, the DLL file that just loads into the game, but it's missing some things that are in this, and so I just like this one better. Apologies to anybody in the chat as well. Some people, they ask questions that I've answered earlier on, and so if you start watching the stream from the beginning and then someone else comes in and asks a question that's already been asked, I can't help it. I like to answer them again sometimes because, like, I just want, you know, I want them to get their answer. It's not their fault they're late, you know? I don't think anybody really cares, but if you ever wonder why I repeat myself a lot, it's because I like to answer people's questions. Even if I've already answered them. Alright, here we go. We're gonna fight Alexei. How are we gonna fight him? I think dual swords. I think we'll go with the dual swords method. Because I'm, not very good at any others. No, Alexei. What are you doing, Alexei? Why didn't you... He does different things! He did a different grab. There we go. We got him first try. Look at that. You know, at least I remember some things. A little rusty there, but we got him. Yeah, that was fun. No, don't upload it. I wish I could just disable that. So what else was I gonna do? Honestly, I don't know what other chapters to play. Wish I could play these with Ryu instead of Ayane. Because I suck with Ayane. I'm just no good with her. I tried it. I wasn't very good. I just gave up. Because I just want to play as Ryu. I just want to play as Ryu. I don't mind. It would actually be just super cool. They put the tag missions in this, right? It would just be awesome if, for those chapters, maybe you unlock being able to play those chapters solo as the female characters. But it would be nice for the story mode. And I know they made it an adjacent story, like this is what's happening while Ryu's doing this in another place. But it would have been just cool to play as Ryu and have the female characters there fighting with you, you know, using the AI like it does in the tag missions. That would have been fun. That would have been cool. what do I want to do? Maybe I could do this one. See if there's a bunch of guys to fight in this. And just in case anybody asks or is curious, this is just Master Ninja. It's not Master Ninja +++, and it's not Ultimate Ninja. It's just Master Ninja setting in the Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Black cheat table. Isn't that dumb? I wish we could fix that, where he just goes straight onto the stairs. Well, he gave us one of those straight away. Actually, I do like the lighting in here. It's kind of cool. Got this kind of blue effect. You can really see that grainy detail that I put on his hat. Especially around the neck part, because that's where it starts, so it goes underneath. Just prefer it to the crosshatch thing, because it just looked like he had medical gauze on because of how big the grid was, because it needs to be big enough so you can see it. Alright, where's the thing to jump up? It's over here. Man, sorry when the frame rate dies like this, I just think it's my computer. I don't even think it's OBS doing that. I just think it's my computer. I haven't done a fresh install of Windows for more than 5 years, and because I've got stuff, when you configure enough things, you don't want to have to redo it all. What I really need to do is do a fresh install, reconfigure everything, and then image the drive so that I can just restore that next time. I did that last time, but unfortunately, when you have your computer running for 5 years, you start configuring new things that are no longer on that imaged drive, and so it's already out of date. Oh, don't do that. Get the flail quick. No, get the flail! Welsh Fool says, when it comes to enemies in a Ninja Gaiden game, I prefer lower enemy number, a little higher health than Ninja Gaiden 1, much more aggressive and dangerous than the hordes of 2. I don't know what that last word is, but something enemies only works in DMC. Yeah, I mean, apart from the aggressiveness being a little different, I would say that that's pretty much what Sigma 2 is. Less enemies with more health that are, well, I mean, they made it just so that when they hit you or throw you, they almost one-shot you on Master Ninja. That's pretty much what it is. I can't remember if there's a chest over here. Oh, there's fish, though. Ah, for goodness sake. Wish the shurikens would hit the fish. I mean, it would be interesting to play a Ninja Gaiden game where the enemies feel more like the bosses do, but I have the most fun with when there's... I don't want too many enemies, I don't want it to be like a Dynasty Warriors game where you're just swinging at hordes, but I do like I like it when the enemies go down quickly, but they overwhelm you with how aggressive they are and how many there are. Each time you think you've gotten rid of 5, 6, 7 guys, there's still more guys coming at you, and you're having to keep taking them down. It's just the incendiary shurikens kind of make it a bit... they ruin it a bit. But I wouldn't remove them completely, I just would tone them down. Because I like that in this, you know, the enemies go down fast because it adds a slight sense of realism to this fantastical setting. I know that Ryu, there's fantasy elements in it with the moves that he does, the enemies that you fight, but, he's swinging swords at them. How are they going to keep their arms for that long? Like, the D-limb thing's really good. They go down fast because they would. They're not made of metal. You know, Ryu's strong. He cuts out the freaking robots. So they would go down quick. There's just a lot of them in there. And they don't seem to care that you're, like, taking them down. Like, they throw themselves at him. Just use the flail. So I like the dynamic they've got going in Ninja Gaiden 2 here. It's always been my favorite. It's a lot of fun to play. Yes, it's chaotic and it's frustrating, but the most frustration I ever got... No! Oh, that's right, Sigma 2. There's another good thing they added in Sigma 2. This little checkpoint right here so that you can climb back up there. Like this. Nice little quality of life change there. Especially when you do that. In fact, that distracted me so much I forgot what I was saying. That's terrible. I can't believe I just blanked on what I was saying. Somebody in the chat, tell me what I was saying. Jog my memory, please. I'm tired. I've had a long day. My brain's starting to fail. Well, I remember I was saying they throw themselves at him. And they go down quick because that's what they would do if you hit them with the swords like that. Their arms are going to come off. They're going to go down quick. I just like the fact that they keep coming and they overwhelm you and you got to keep moving. Dark Slayer Zero says, you were talking about how much you loved Mizuki and Kana. That's right. I was. In a nightmare that I had. That's what I was saying. In that nightmare, I said those words. Oh, that's right. I remembered what I was saying. Razor's Edge gave me the most frustration because of all the stupid things that kind of artificially inflate the difficulty, like the enemies auto-dodging way too much and auto-blocking and sponging and there was a lot of stuff in that game that was just broken that made it difficult. And it frustrated me a lot. But even with the frustration in Ninja Gaiden 2, I have so much fun with it. And it's prevalent here with the Sigma 2 Black mod. The other stream when I was playing Chapter 1, I kept dying against the ninjas right outside the room where you get the staff on Ultimate Ninja. I kept dying there. And I didn't care, because I kept getting to go back to that fight and fight those ninjas, which was so much fun. Just as they just kept coming, I'd take down like 5 guys and I'd be like, I gotta be thinning them out by now. And then there'd be like 3 more guys there, like, and then I turn around and they're all back. And you're like, oh man, I gotta keep moving. This is it. I gotta keep going. Oh, great. I've actually forgotten how to fight this thing. Oh no. I've actually forgotten. Let's use the staff. Pretty sure I could use the staff and just do that. But we'll see. Mighty Space Pirate says, use the dual swords. Well, that's another thing, because the other way I used to fight him was I used to do this, And then when he was, I'd also do this. And do the air combo on his chest area. That worked out pretty good. Here we go. We're gonna fight this stupid thing now. Actually, I gotta test something here. The thing that works with the golem, does it work with this guy? Kinda does. And he's just standing there today. Watch out. Yeah, gosh, yeah, the staff. It's the frickin' staff. The staff's amazing. Look at that. The same thing that you do with the golem, where you do the spin, and all those extra spins hit the arms and everything, and it just increases the damage you do because you're hitting him multiple times. That's really good. I don't know if that works as well in the OG Ninja Gaiden 2, though. I feel like the boss might be altered slightly, whether it's in this mod or in Sigma 2. When I remember when I'd forgotten how to fight him in OG2, I had a terrible time. And I was sitting there like, why is this so difficult? Years and years ago when I used to play this game, I always beat this boss easily. What happened? But at least he was easy there, so that's good. You gonna fall down? Excuse me. Oh, that's right. And Darkslayer Zero says, and dying and having to find out that you need to beat him again after. That's right. When you're going up there and you fall down here and Ryu dies, there's no checkpoint after the boss. And so I had so much trouble beating the guy, and then I fell down and died and had to fight him again. I remember I was so angry. I was furious. Ooh. I couldn't let that one just languish down there. I had to put it out of its misery. Especially because of the glitch. Yeah, what was the glitch? Didn't I glitch into the wall and I couldn't get out? Something happened and I glitched and I couldn't get up there, and so I had to do it again. Gosh, that was a bad day for Ninja Gaiden, wasn't it? That was not good. Oh no! You wanna come down here and fight me? No? At least Ryu didn't die from that. How do you get your audio to sound so good? Can you be more specific? Oh, darn it. I'm looking up, I keep looking up at the chat and then I fall down for the third time. What do you mean? Like equipment setup wise. Do you mean like the microphone quality? Yeah, I just have a nice mic, and then I've got it. I feed it into OBS, and then I have some plugins on OBS that just, you know, boost the volume with like it's a limiter plugin. It's called Loud Max. So it boosts things but prevents them from peaking. I hate peaking. Like there was in like 2011, 12 and stuff, there were lots of videos online of people like streaking into their microphones and getting mad at games, and it would distort. And it's not funny. It just hurts your ears. I've always hated peaking. And so I like to use compressors or maximizers that boost the audio but limit it, so it makes all the quiet stuff louder, makes all the loud stuff sound sort of, almost radio-like, but it does not peak and distort, and that's what I'm doing right now, the plugin called Loud Max. I think I might have a little bit of EQ on there that's just boosting some of the sharpness in the bass too, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'd have to check it, but yeah, it's pretty much just because I have a nice mic. I've had this mic for 9 years now. The first thing I used it on was my Razor's Edge Fun Run in 2015. Because I've done voice work in the past, and so nothing special. But although I did do some, stuff that, some YouTube videos that had millions of views, like some terminal montage stuff. But and a YouTube channel called Mashed. But yeah, just because I have this nice mic left over from that. It's a Neumann TLM 102. I went for this one because the 103 is more expensive. It was a gift. I had some money and I saved up, and then my brother put in the other half, and so on Christmas 2015 I got this mic. So it was like half a gift, half saved up from what I had. It was a big deal. It might not be the Neumann U87 like all the pros use, but it is a Neumann, and I actually prefer it to like when I was reading about the TLM 103 that's used in a lot of radio stations. This microphone is apparently just the younger sibling of that microphone, and the only difference is that it has a more neutral sound. It doesn't have a sharper sound by default like the 103 does. And so I thought, wow, not only did I save money, but I got the better one because I can just add that with EQ if I want. And it helps that I have it on a boom arm, and it's right in front of my face. It means that I can sit back in the chair and relax and play the game, and it still sounds pretty good. The main reason it sounds good is because I care about audio quality. I always have. I don't always get it right. I'm always experimenting with things, but I've got it pretty good set up right now. Dialed in, so. Ironically, the only thing I don't have that's expensive is headphones. I have cheap headphones because it means they're lightweight, they're cheap to replace, and they're good enough. I tried buying expensive headphones once. They hurt my ears after wearing them for more than half an hour, and they were way too bassy. But I don't, usually when I do audio stuff, I will compare a mix that I'm working on to something else so that I have a baseline to go off of, rather than just by the quality that I hear from my headphones. That way, if my headphones are the weakest link of my setup, they don't cause any problems. Because that used to, back in 2009 when I did music and stuff, or tried to, dabble in that, I had some very bassy headphones, and I did a bunch of EQing on all the tracks that I mixed, and if I listen to those now, they sound awful. Because the EQ was compensating for the headphones that I had, and I didn't realize it. And so they're way too sharp and they sound nasty. Anyway, ramble over there. Yeah, I have a nice mic, that's what's doing it. And I like this mic. If you're into audio, and you have the budget, obviously you don't need this mic. There are other mics nowadays, USB mics, that are much cheaper, and they're just as good. I recommend this, okay? If you like DIY stuff, if you're someone that just wants to buy parts and just get on with it, fine, go for it. Just get yourself there's a nice microphone like the Blue Spark. My friend has one of those. It's a really nice quality microphone. It's USB, really nice. But look it up. If you want to DIY something, build your own microphone, and I've been tempted to do this myself just because it was so cool when I saw the video. There's a YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. It's called DIY Perks. And he built his own microphone using the capsule from a CAD E100S microphone, which is like a $400 microphone. And he built his own microphone. He made it out of brass because he likes to make stuff out of brass. And he did his own circuit board for it based on of a cheap Amazon USB audio thing, and he wired it to a board and everything. He made a microphone that sounded as good as a $500 mic for $50. And it looked amazing. He built it himself, and it used it used the capsule from an expensive mic that only costs like $10. The capsule's not even expensive. And the microphone is just as good as something that costs 10 times the price, and he made it himself, $50. Watch it. Look it up. DIY Perks microphone build. If you can do that, you will save yourself, you'll learn something fun, and you'll save a lot of money, and you'll have a microphone that sounds amazing. Especially for the money. Like, I'd love to try it. It's the only reason I didn't try it is because you need to buy a bunch of resistors and other parts to solder to the board, and he listed them all, and you have to kind of go on eBay and find them or whatever, and that put me off because when I started searching for them, I couldn't find them, or some of them. But if I could just get all the parts, I would just make it myself. I would actually do it, because I love doing DIY projects like that. I'd love to make a USB mic that sounds, like, really good. Because I have a soldering station. It's cheap, but it gets to 480 degrees, and I've got some flux. It melts the solder really good and all that stuff. I have the tools to build that thing that he built. And I'd love to try it. But, yeah, if you want something fun to watch, look it up. There's a really... his production quality with his videos is outstanding. That's why he's got millions of subscribers. Alright, let's switch it up again. Dragon Sword for a bit. I feel like these guys are not quite right yet. At least in this version of the cheat table, they don't feel like to. Although, I fought against these things in Vanilla 2, Sigma 2, and they're so awful. These things sponge damage so bad in Vanilla. So they are fixed here to a degree. I think the main thing that annoyed me was that the Scythe didn't lop heads off when you throw it at them. But I told Fiend Busa about that, and he said in subsequent versions, he did fix that. He just increased the chance of it decapitating them with the... He increased the delimb chance or whatever for the throwing of the Scythe, so... I'm gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna change the FOV and zoom it in on Ryu a little bit. Hang on. Oh, darn it. There we go. Sorry about that. When I maximize the game, I forget to minimize cheat engine, so it's not in the way of the chat. So yeah, now the camera's a little bit closer to Ryu. Although the camera's a little bit slower to respond as a result of that, so it kind of lags behind the panning motions of when he like goes up for a drop and stuff. It would be nice, instead of FOV changing, to actually just move the camera closer to Ryu, so the field of view stays the same. Ray of Hope says, is there a reason you play Sigma instead of the original 2? Yes, it's in the title of the video. It's the Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Black mod. The Sigma 2 Black mod makes Sigma 2 play like the original 2. It fixes the damage system, the delimbing, there's other mods to fix the gore. I've got the mods for his Razor's Edge outfit and other things. It's all about the mods. And so, not only does it bring Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 almost to the point where it plays just like 2, the vanilla, it has things that Vanilla 2 doesn't have with the cool mods, and so that's why we're doing it. And because it's on PC, and it's, doesn't have to be played through an emulator that has some issues occasionally. Shall we see? I'm going to be really cheeky here. Let's see if I can get away with lowering the FOV even more. Okay. Now it's at 0.7 instead of... The default is 1.1. I just had it at 0.9. Now it's at 0.7. Let's see how different it is. Now the camera is much closer. Look at this. Look at how different that is. Oh man. Look at that. Look at how much closer it is. It's really cool. Love this music too. This music's so cool. I'm gonna go dual swords again. Wondering what that noise was. Excuse me, fellas. This is not the place for this. This is not the place for this, guys. Yes. Oh, are you kidding me? I don't want to waste a talisman over that. Do the grab and kill me, please. We're not wasting it. Come on. What's the matter? There we go. Some say that even to this day, he's still doing it. He's still punching the ground, even though Ryu's body is decomposed. I actually kind of want to do some mincing. We're in a tight space. Darn it, I just need to hold it for a little longer. Oh, I hate these things. This is not the best place for this camera because obviously the camera's messing up because of how tight a space this is. It's not normally like this. Time to get minced, gentlemen, because I can't see what's going on. Oh. Stupid pterodactyls. We're gonna drop them down? Yeah. We're gonna drop him down. Whee! Thanks for the blue. Look at that thing there trying to track Ryu. I really wanted to hit him with the sword there. I don't want to use the bow. Fine. Well, what is going on here? We actually got him with the sword. I love it. Oh my gosh, let's do this. Oh my gosh, how many times does it take to freaking kill these things? 4 hits, huh? Are you gonna go down or what? Okay. As Zero Mobius says, Dan Gapster Games. Here's a funny habit I've gotten into in my Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 hard mode run. Anytime I'm messing things up with this Tonfas or staff, I shout, "Death by stick." Yeah, I quite like that, you know, bringing out the Tonfa and mincing them. Alright. Just can't deny the dual swords. They are good. These things annoy me because they don't stagger when they lean back to do their stupid run towards you and pin you down. So if you do a move just as they start doing that, they'll just run right into you while you're doing that move and then pin you down. And that's happened to me a lot over the years. There is a save point nearby, but I'm gonna use one of those because why not? See how good the Scythe is against them. Why'd you do that? Why'd you jump down like that, sir? Hey look, they even put a ladder here. I don't think I've ever fallen down here before. Oh, I probably have. Are you kidding me? Can he wall kick and then grab the ladder? No, he can't. Alright, Ryu, climb the ladder. Love how he climbs that ladder with gusto. Look at this! Look at the way he climbs the ladder. Look at his arms. He's almost like flowing like... What a funny animation. At least from that angle. Gosh, that's so funny. Ryu, you can grab onto it now. It's fine. Ryu. There you go. Come here. I do like the red-wrapped kunai idea, though, to match a Ninja Gaiden 1. Like, they stand out. It's cool. Yeah, I kind of like it with the camera closer to him. It's kind of cool. It looks cool anyway. Makes it a little bit harder to fight because you can't see as much around you. And I know that I don't think the field of view affects... You know how when some enemies are off camera, they act differently? I don't think the field of view changes that. I think they're still going to do things because as far as the game's concerned, they still would be on camera if the field of view was not altered, so... What are you doing, Rio? Come on, fella. He didn't like that very much, did he? Bet he wishes he didn't come down to the cellar to nom nom on this thing. Because we all know that's what he was doing in here. Let's be real. Probably covering it in like garlic or something. Salt, pepper. Maybe some paprika. And he was like, "Where's the paprika? I can't find it. Oh, what's that?" And then he goes in there and then he gets sliced. Do the spin. I want to see what it does. Ryu, do it. They just keep hitting him. That's pretty cool, actually. It's a shame they can interrupt it, but it's very cool. Yeah, gosh. You can really see those details. I know, I wish they came up on stream as good as they do, what I'm seeing on my screen. I want to try something here. Yeah, that's a cool move. I like that. Yeah, I'm kind of digging the way it looks with the camera close like this. It's so cool. Just wish I could get the depth of field going. I just... wish I knew what I was doing with Cheat Engine. I really do, but I'm just... most of this stuff that's to do with injecting and messing with the code of the game, I'm just an absolute novice. At most, I was able to to scan for the values in Ninja Gaiden 1 when I was doing the Hurricane Pack streams on the XMU emulator. I was able to change how much money that I had so that I could just get the upgrades and have some fun. That's about it. Ryu, you need to finish this one. There you go. I don't know any of the combos with this weapon. I should, like, try them out. Let's see. No, there's no Y after that. Seriously, Ninja Gaiden animations, like, should not be slept on. They are so good. Come on, can we do a XY here? No, there's no Y after that. Okay. No, don't interrupt that. You come down here and get frickin' bashed in. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? I'm not done with you yet. There you go. Zimpman X says, ignoring facial animations, Japanese studios completely stomp on Western ones when it comes to animations. Depends on the game. There's lots of Western games that use a lot of mocap, and they can do some really good animations there. But, not just for the face, but, for, like, in-game animations. But, yeah, a lot of Japanese studios can do some really good animations. And, again, the Ninja Gaiden games, they were from, like the first one, 2004, then 2008. They had some incredible animations, especially for their time. I mean, I think even back then, people said, the people that did mention it were saying, Ninja Gaiden has some freaking top-tier animations. But it's, Ninja Gaiden's become kind of obscure these days. Alright, let's, Can I interest you in this wall? We don't need a door in the way. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. What the heck? They all spawned and then they died. I was getting ready to fight those things. Let's use something else. Let's, Don't let him kill you. Please, don't let him kill you. Nope. You let him kill you. And then you wasted that. Where was the... Just let them kill you. I don't want to waste it. What's the point? Yeah, they keep it. Keep it. I don't want to waste it. Not on these guys. I want to keep it. Come on, finish me off. See how long it takes you to finish me off, guys. Come on. You're supposed to be like... There you go. You're supposed to be the top guys. Like, when the bad guys got together and they said, we need to get rid of this Hayabusa guy, these were the guys. These were the guys. It took them a little bit too long to take him down there. I think these guys, they might not be the guys. I'm just saying. They might have made a mistake. Come down here, gentlemen. Excuse me. No, I couldn't see him. Come here. Oh, are you kidding me? What the frick? What got me? Notice, though, what's nice about this, even though the damage has been corrected so that the enemies don't do ridiculous amounts of damage to you like they do in Sigma Tube Vanilla, when that guy grabbed Ryu and exploded like that, it did a lot of damage. As it should. You know, nice penalty for letting them do that. Do you know what? While we're in this hallway, I will use the flail, but I want to try and get some tone for action real quick. course, he's gonna ruin it. We'll try and use his essence to take them down. If we can even see what's going on. No, I went greedy and I went for a double take. Do it! Thank you. Where the heck did that guy come from? I'm gonna turn off the frickin' windmill. I'm gonna turn off the thing. I don't want to waste it on these guys. Let's do it again. And I don't even care. Like, I don't mind letting these guys kill me and doing it again. It's actually quite a lot of fun just, like, fighting these guys in the hallway. Come on. Again, that took him a little while. Like, I gave him the free pass to take me down, and he took like 10 seconds. He might not be the guy. I don't want to be the one to tell him. I don't want to be the one to tell him. He's not the guy. Pretty sure when the health bar disappears and it freezes like that, that's the cheat table injecting the next set of enemies in. Come here and just take him down! There we go, now that he's dead. Oh, go get it, fellas. Go get it! I know, there's something kind of fun about trying to do it with the camera like this, too. It makes it look really cool when it's not, like, looking at a wall. And, it's kind of fun. I let him hit me a bunch there, because I, you know, wanted to go for it. Let's turn off the... Let's use one of these, because I'm getting sloppy. And then we're going to turn off the... Talisman of Rebirth so that we don't waste it. There. That was another thing from Vanilla Sigma 2 as well. I did a true Dragon Sword combo against one of the wolves. Ryu hit it with every single hit from that combo. And it got up. It got up. That's dumb. That shouldn't happen. Like... This Sigma 2 Black mod really does fix this game, and it's... Well, you can't delimb the wolves. Can't deal him those. Yeah, gosh, I'm loving the camera being close like this. I just wish the field of view's a little, you know... I don't want the field of view to change, I just want to pull the camera closer to him. Ryu, you could have grabbed it. Why'd you do that? Here they come. They're coming to get minced. They're really mad that I like slaughtered their friends. I'd love to be good with the Tonfa. They got a really cool technique that you can do with them, and I'd love to actually be good with them. Like, look at this. Ready? Watch this. You can do that. imagine if you could do that to a boss? Like, what's the matter? What are you doing? Hey, come on, come get me. So you just press X and then dodge. And you can do that into a UT charge. Look at that. So if there's essence there, you could just go unleash, and then, oh my gosh, it's so cool. The Tonfa are amazing. And they didn't put them in Razor's Edge. Big mistake. If they didn't want to put the Tonfa in Razor's Edge, they should have just copy-pasted the Tonfa from 2 into Razor's Edge and said, fine, we'll just leave it the way it is. But they didn't. Because they were stupid. Hang on. Oh no, I wanted to go around the corner. Oh, I guess we're doing the fight. What is happening? Oh my gosh. We used a flail against these guys, I think, because the flail's really good against them. You can't interrupt me, sir. Come here. Do you want some shurikens? Do you want some of these? Wait a minute, wait a minute. What's the matter, buddy? Doesn't that look amazing? Love the frickin' trails that Ryu leaves, man. The purple things. The blur model, as it's called. We're not gonna fight the red things down here? I think we are, right? Maybe not. The one thing I noticed is not in Sigma 2 Black, the mod. He didn't reintegrate it, and I don't know if he can. Probably can. Maybe it's in the newer version, I don't know. I haven't checked that. They used to pick up bodies off the floor and throw them at you, and sometimes, to my rage, let's put it that way. But they used to do that a lot. I haven't noticed them doing it at all in this. So, you know, there's that. What was more ridiculous is they wouldn't pick... Obviously, I guess they didn't want to... When they originally made the game, they didn't want to code in them picking up the debris on the floor. When the enemies turn into debris on the floor... Like, when an enemy dies, you notice they'll stop moving... They'll snap to, like, a stop-moving position as if they've changed state from being an entity to being a static thing. And so, I guess they didn't want to make it so that the werewolves picked up static objects off the floor. I guess that was too difficult for them to do. So they just pull it out of the ether. They pull it from behind their back, like, check out this torso! I'm gonna throw it at you! Which I understand why they would do it like that. It's a lot easier to make them pull it from behind their back than it is to try and make them interact with stuff that's there. Because then the AI has to scan and figure out what's there and if they can pick it up or not. Aspen says, hey Dan, I found a public Ninja Gaiden 3 costume for this game. Can I post it? Is it on the YouTube channel that has a weird name and he posts videos of Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 with like HUD mods, and he's got the Ninja Gaiden 2 HUD, and he's got like black numbers for the combo counts and stuff like that. He's got a weird name that has like funny symbols in it. Is that the guy? Yeah, him. I'd ask before you do it, because I'm pretty sure he got it from the guy who gave it to me, and he's the one that he wrapped the kunai in red. He's the first one I saw that did that. He got it from the guy that gave it to me, and that guy didn't want it posted. And so, before you do something like that, you got to check. But I'd say hold off. Like, I wish I could just say, yeah, do it. Give it to everybody. But I need to talk to the guy that did it. I need to tell him that I fixed the outfit, because that version is broken. Like, the hips look wrong, and I fixed it. You see this one that I have here? It's fixed. I fixed it. And I need to talk to the guy, because I'm going to say to him, I fixed the model, and I updated the textures and made them HD. Can I post it? I want to share it. I want to see what the guy says, because, I want to give everybody this version that I have, that I've put some work into to make him look HD, and that, again, the straps on his hips have been fixed, the groin has been fixed so that it's not, like, clipping into itself. I want people to have this, the updated, fixed version. I won't say superior, because again, I'm not a 3D modeler. I'm sure I did it an inefficient way, but I need to talk to him about it and see if he's okay with it. I mean, I don't understand this. I get it. Like, he put in the work. No one else has done it. It's difficult to get hold of, so it's his special thing or something. I don't know if even that's the reason. Maybe the reason is that there were a lot of problems with it, and that's why he didn't want it released. Because there's stuff that's wrong with it. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. But I'm going to ask him, see what he says, because then we can get it, legit, instead of... Because I don't think that guy was supposed to post that in his community, and of course, it's kind of tucked away, nobody can see it. But, yeah, we'll see if I can talk to the guy, but by all means, if privately you want to talk, if you know, like, a friend that really wants it, and, you can link them to that, I don't see why not, but keep it out of the chat for now, just so that I can talk to the guy and try to be above board about it, respecting the guy's wishes or whatever, but I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm just going to post it anyway, I'm going to ignore you, huh, what are you going to do? Because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't want to make some guy mad and, something happen, I don't know what's going to happen or what would happen, but I don't want to be that guy. I want to try and convince the guy to let me release it now that I've fixed it and see what he says. But anyway, I'll start rambling about that. Here we go. I didn't mean to do that. Doesn't matter, I can dodge all of his moves anyway. He didn't like that. He didn't like it one bit, did he? Ryu, I was pointing at the guys behind you, not that one guy there. Come on. No. Oh, darn it. Oh, they're gonna keep doing this, aren't they? One thing I want to do is put the talisman back on. We're at the end now. We might as well have it on. Let's get some blue, shall we? No, what the frick? Why do I have this on? Oh well, we cooked some of them. Did we get some blue? No? Oh well. Just gonna slash that one guy. Well, why not? We'll use one of these. Also wish I could throw the windmill shuriken at these guys. Fine, let's use the scythe. There's something about this fight that's supposed to make the scythe, like, overpowered against them or something. As you can see, these things are supposed to be... their weakness is supposed to be the scythe. Isn't it a shame that that body, you can't hit them with the body on the end of the scythe and do, like, damage? Oh no, I didn't even get to finish them all! Sonya, you could have just left him be. He could have just finished everyone in the stadium, and then it would have been clean. All the werewolves would have been gone, and everybody could have came back. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Like, I want to go soon because it's 11:30 at night. I'm tired. I just want to do some, like, one last quick thing. Not a whole chapter, just a few fights, just for fun. What do we think? I just don't like any of these, like... Let's just do a little bit of chapter... a little bit of chapter 1 again, just for fun, I guess. I would pick a mission, but, you know, they're not solo missions, and so they're just... annoying. And then the game crashed. Alright, I guess that's the end of the stream then. Alright. Well, it's been fun. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.